There is a difference between talking to a Christian.
Muhammad. How is Muhammad good?
Stop for a second, mate. Stop laughing, mate.
Hey, don't be angry. Hey, don't
Stop laughing.
Look
Stop
at
laughing.
look at him.
If I'm talking about my prophet, you don't laugh.
Tell me how Muhammad is good, please.
Come and teach you a lesson there.
Sure,
Just. Good boy. Good boy.
3 minutes. 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. All right, come on. Tell me.
I am a Christian.
Okay.
Our friend here
Are you
late.
speaking on behalf of Christianity as well? Let me just understand.
I am a Christian, yes.
And you speak on behalf of Christianity?
Yes, I am a Christian.
Okay.
I am a Christian.
Yeah.
And our friend here, Laith, is a Muslim. Hey, love.
Alhamdulillah.
A friend here, Laith, is a Muslim.
Yeah.
So now we'd like to discuss a simple point. As a Christian, I am able to demonstrate why.
Allah hayyum.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean, please? Come on, we are.
Don't be distracted.
No, I'm not distracted. I'm listening.
Yeah. As a Christian,
الشباب الطيبة جايين يعني من آخر الدنيا مشان.
as a Christian,
Yeah.
I am able to demonstrate
Uh-huh.
that Jesus is marvelous. And as a Muslim, I'd like for you to demonstrate that Muhammad is marvelous.
Yeah.
So let's try and see what we end up with. Could I start? Did you want to start? Do you think Muhammad is marvelous?
You know, you start. Firstly, I want to clarify something, yeah? I'm Muslim, but I'm speaking on behalf of myself. I'm not speaking on behalf of Islam, because I'm not a scholar in Islam. So, what I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. Right, let's just clear this. Because if you speak on behalf of Christianity, that's a different story. But go on, yeah?
So, my dear friend, what we are talking about
Yeah.
is a very simple topic. Don't.
Can I ask you a question?
No, once.
No,
We already asked a
Actually,
question.
No, seriously, no. Forget about that.
We've already asked a
Can I ask
question.
you- No, then I would support. Listen,
Jesus-
I respect
You don't
Christianity.
want to answer the question.
No,
Please,
seriously,
stay
I will
focused.
ask Christianity.
Please stay
He
focused.
does not want to answer the question.
Jesus is a marvelous example. Why?
Why?
Jesus ultimately loved human beings. He loved people
Yeah.
who he agreed with, and he loved human beings who he disagreed with. He ultimately laid down his life for everyone that he loved, which is everyone in this world. Jesus went to the cross to lay down his life for me and for all of us. Jesus said, "Greater love has no man than to lay down his life for his friends." Marvelous. I'm assuming none of us here would be able to reject the great quality in the teachings of Jesus. Jesus is marvelous. Jesus treated his women in a respectable manner. Jesus treated girls in a respectable manner. Jesus treated his disciples in a respectable manner. In every way possible, Jesus was respectable. There was nothing disrespectful about Jesus. The ones who wanted to kill Jesus wanted to kill him on theological differences, not moral quibble. No one disagreed with Jesus on his moral caliber, but only on the theological claim that he was God, Son of God. So this is Jesus. No wonder Jesus everyone loves. Now I come to Muhammad.
We love Jesus. I love Jesus.
This is exactly what I told you.
I really love Jesus.
You won't find. You won't
I
find.
love Dick too. I'm sorry, okay. But yeah, all right. So
You will not find anyone try to say they don't like Jesus.
boy.
But that has nothing to do with your quality. It has everything to do with the quality of Jesus. In contrast, I come to Muhammad.
Can we? Yeah.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
In contrast, I come to Muhammad.
Yeah.
Everything I study about Muhammad is evil. Everything.
Everything. All right,
Yeah, everything. For instance, when it came to people he disagreed with, Can I? All right.
No. Listen.
Let me finish.
Listen.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Can I just say one thing? Yeah. For a very long time, Speaker Corner here it's been discussing about Islam and Christianity. Right? Let me address the elephant in the room. What do you think about Zionist and Israel? Let me
see-
just understand. No, let me just understand this.
You see what has happened right now?
Listen, I don't disagree.
Yeah, well, you see what has happened right now?
Let me understand that. Let
The
me just understand
moment he
that.
got to know about the topic a little bit, he realized he is in serious trouble.
Yeah.
He realized this.
I am in
And
trouble.
so now he
I'm
will
in trouble
try
now.
anything and everything
No, I wanna
to
understand.
run away from
Because
the
thing
topic.
Can I explain why?
Now
No, come
I
on.
am going to
Wait,
talk
wait, wait.
about one second.
No.
Now don't do shh. Don't. If you want to do shh, go somewhere else.
Listen.
Now
you just-
I
you
am
just keep
talking about Muhammad. I study in the way I've studied Jesus. I try and study Muhammad, and what I find are abominable things.
Let me explain
In
why.
no way, shape. Don't explain anything. Listen first.
To explain
No,
why.
don't.
I need
Listen
to
to it.
understand.
You see the behavior of the
Is it
Muslim.
Zionist or a Christian?
If anyone speaks about Jesus,
It has to be
I
very
will be
clear.
more than happy
Because there
for
are
the
other
person
guys
to
there
speak.
claiming to be Christian.
But the moment someone speaks about Muhammad,
they're
he is
claiming to
already
be Zionist.
ashamed.
Right?
Can you
I'm not
see?
ashamed. No.
Ashamed. If he respected Muhammad, if he thought Muhammad was of any reasonable quality, he should be happy that a Christian is going to talk about his prophet. He should be happy. But realize what happened. He would not even let me start. Why? He knows there is nothing good about Muhammad. So the more time I take, he is going to find out that Muhammad is evil,
Listen,
more
I'll
evil,
tell you what.
and even more evil. So I'll tell you what Muhammad did. One second. I'll tell you one
Just
second.
keep talking for a long
One
time.
second.
You talk a lot. You talk a lot.
Tell
You
me,
need to understand-
tell me,
to understand-
tell me.
to understand-
One
to
second,
understand
one
one
second.
thing. I need to understand one thing.
Did
What's your
Muhammad
position? What's your position in Zionist and Israel and killing children? Because if I understand the
Muhammad ill-treated people who disagreed with him. Muhammad ill-treated his own women. Muhammad, stay focused.
Yo, go away.
Muhammad,
You're talking about United. Yo, go away.
stay focused.
Yo, go away.
Muhammad,
Yeah. Yo,
Muhammad,
go away.
I'm here.
You are not
Did Muhammad, don't do
Speak with me.
late.
Stupid man.
The quality of Islam.
You need to answer my question. No, that's not a question.
Did Muhammad treat anyone properly?
I don't represent anyone. I don't represent Islam.
Anyone with respect?
I represent myself. My question is simple. Do you support Zionists?
How many of you would like for Laith, the Muslim gentleman, to begin talking a few things about Muhammad?
That's what
How
I'm
many?
saying.
I'd like to find out what Laith knows about Muhammad, which he is able to demonstrate right now as good things about Muhammad. Did Muhammad treat people he disagreed with respect?
I ask you a simple question. Once you have the ability, the guts to answer that,
Did Muhammad treat
then I can
his
talk.
women with respect?
Absolutely.
Please. So the gentleman says Muhammad treated his women in a respectful manner. Please give me details. How exactly did Muhammad treat his women in
I
a
don't need to
respectful
give
manner?
you
Please.
any details.
Please. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, no. No,
Answer, please.
no, what I need to understand.
Good thing.
No, I'm not getting distracted. Let me understand one thing, right?
No, yeah.
There is a difference between talking to a Christian.
Muhammad. How is Muhammad good?
Stop! For a second, mate.
How is Muhammad good? Please
There's a
start.
difference between talking to a Christian and a Zionist. There's a very clear, because I'll tell you why. Because just a moment ago, I had the same conversation with another gentleman there, and I thought mistakenly he's a Christian. It turned out to be he's a Zionist. And there's a very clear distinction. My question is,
What is good about Muhammad, please?
yeah, everything's good about it.
Please, yeah. Let's get started.
I don't
Something.
wanna-
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
So he says, yeah, change the battery quick. So like just one, you can take a break and then you can start fresh.
So is that your camera? The others? What about the others? They're not.
Friends.
Friends,
Yes.
okay, yeah. Friends and family, yeah? All right, let's just talk. That's a nice
No,
camera.
once.
Whose camera is that?
No, once. No, we're not running a camera shop right now. We're talking about Muhammad right now.
Do not get close.
You're
to
the
me.
only one
Do
who's
not
coming.
get close to me.
So I'll stand here. So don't come in. Come in. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So the gentleman now the camera is ready. Lovely. The camera is ready. Layth is prepared to go right now. Tell me, begin somewhere. Tell me how Muhammad is good, please. A long pause.
Did you wait?
Yeah, drink some water. Do you need some food?
Listen,
Some food for thought?
if you understand about Muhammad, alayhi salatu salam, our prophet, right? And then you say he's not a good guy, right? You should state why he's not.
You see?
Because I can start with, listen, I can talk
Look,
about.
if Muhammad is a good guy, surely a grown-up man like Layth
Let me
should
just-
begin
let me
to
just
speak
answer.
a few good things about him. Very simple. Tell me, start somewhere. Tell me something good about Muhammad. Let's start somewhere, please.
Because I don't want to talk about generics, right? So we can talk
No,
about
talk about
how
specifics.
How he treat his
Tell me
neighbors.
something good about Muhammad. Let's get started. Specifics, please.
I can talk about how he treat his neighbors. I can talk about the traits of Islam, about supporting others. I can talk about the neighborhoods, the brotherhood of liking
Yeah,
each
start
other.
somewhere,
I like,
start some. Choose
No,
one,
I'm talking about,
start.
All right. That's, to be a true Muslim, you need to like for yourself what you like for the others.
I have absolutely no clue what he's on
Which
about.
means-
Muhammad,
which
tell
means
me a few good things about Muhammad.
That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. All right. That's the point. That's the point. Yeah.
Do you believe Muhammad is a historical person?
Yeah.
You believe
I
in Muhammad?
believe he's the
So
most-
tell me, don't focus on you, what you learned in your masjid today. Don't tell me what you're going to have for dinner tonight. Focus on Muhammad. Tell me a few good things about Muhammad. Please,
I just answered three things. Pick one.
you choose. I didn't hear anything useful, so please choose somewhere and get started.
You pick one.
Choose anyone. The first one, please go ahead. The
Right,
first
yeah,
one, go
treating
ahead.
neighbors. All right, let's go.
Yeah, please.
All right, treating neighbors.
Treat
Right.
your so.
Treating neighbors.
So,
Right, let's
did
go.
Muhammad treat his neighbors well? It's a good topic to explore. Did he treat his neighbors well?
Yeah.
Which neighbors did Muhammad treat well?
One of the historic and one of the stories that happened with our Prophet Muhammad is about a Jew was his neighbor, and then for several times the Jew was throwing the rubbish near our Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam house, and then after a bit of a while, stop laughing, man.
Hey, don't
Stop.
be angry. Hey, don't do.
Stop laughing.
Look
Stop
at him.
laughing.
Look at him.
If I'm talking about my Prophet, you don't laugh.
Oh, wow. You can talk. I can laugh. Excuse me, sir. Go to Saudi Arabia to enforce this, okay?
Sit down there.
Go to Saudi
down
Arabia.
there.
Look at this ridiculous
Sit
guy.
down and don't talk.
Look at what Muhammad has taught him. When he speaks about Muhammad, I should not laugh. Wow. Hey, go ahead. Yeah. Now, stay focused. Excuse me, sir. Hey, wow. Stay wow. Now, so stay focused. When you speak about Muhammad, I can laugh. He can speak. Someone else can breathe. Everyone else can live their lives. Just because Muhammad is a mess, you think everyone is going to stop living? Please go ahead. So how did Muhammad treat his neighbors properly, please? Don't focus.
Stop screaming. I start with one thing, right? I said I'm not a scholar in Islam, and I'm saying,
Yeah. He
on
treated
behalf of
some rubbish was thrown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone threw rubbish. Yeah.
but our Prophet did not treat the same.
Okay. So at least a good start. What does Layth say? Some Jew threw some rubbish before Muhammad's house,
You have to interpret what
and
you don't need to interpret it.
and Muhammad treated him well. Let me ask you a simple question, Layth. Do you know, Layth? Do you know what happened to all the Jews?
It's good. Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
Not you are here, we are here.
If Muhammad,
I'm getting
Give
from
me-
No, what do you mean?
I'll give you a hint.
Look at you. It's like
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
Times better than
One
you,
second,
yeah.
one second.
All right, yeah.
If you act on your own, you will at least be a low-level comedian. But if you listen to him, everyone will laugh at you. So please.
You're making a mockery of faith.
If
You come here to make a mockery of
Muhammad
people's religion.
treated the Jews properly, let me try and find out from you, my dear friend. Do you know what happened to all the Jews and the Christians of Hijazi by the time of the end of Muhammad's life?
No.
You don't know?
Teach me. Come on. All right,
Okay.
tell me.
You see?
Yeah, tell me.
I'll
about
teach
history.
you.
Tell
No
me.
problem.
Yeah,
I'll
tell me.
teach you.
Let's
I'll
answer
teach
the-
you.
Let
No
us answer the
problem.
question.
No problem.
Let us answer the question.
So,
Let us
I'll
answer
teach
the
you.
question.
No,
Was
I'll
Muhammad-
teach you.
One of Muhammad's wives was a Jew. One of Muhammad's wives was a Jew. One of the 12 Jewish scholars in Medina,
What do you say
one of
about
them accepted Islam, Muhammad ibn Salman. Now
do you say
let's
about
look.
that?
Now let's look at the Bible. Now.
Who looks like
the
a fool
Bible
now?
talks
Could
about
I
the
speak?
Jews
No.
who never accepted the prophets.
What
changed
happened?
The words of the prophets.
What
So
happened?
therefore, the very Jewish community that you are praising, they kill Jesus. They glorify and they killing of Jesus, and they consider Jesus. a
What
person of
was the
hellfire.
question I asked? What happened to the Jews and the Christians of Hijazi
They accepted
by the
Islam.
time? They were four. Okay, so
They
in other words,
accepted
in
Islam.
other words, if I could focus on them who were not Muslims, who did not give to pressure, please hear, what happened to the Jews and the Christians by the time of the end of Muhammad's life in Hijazi? I'll give you details. Clearly, you haven't read your Quran. Please go through your Quran. Surah 50, Al-Hashr. Surah 59, Al-Hashr tells you that the Jews and the Christians who rejected Islam were not given the opportunity to live in their own townships in Hijazi before the end of Muhammad's life. Who tells me this?
Where's the boundaries of
Oh,
Hijazi?
who tells me this?
Where
Not
is the
me.
boundaries of Hijazi?
Not me.
Where is
The
the
Quran. Surah 59 is a surah. The title of the surah is called Al-Hashr. And the word Al-Hashr simply translates to the exile. Al-Hashr, Surah 59, Al-Hashr, the exile. What does Surah Al-Hashr talk about? I could read, for example, Ayat 2. It is He who expelled the ones who disbelieved from among the people of the scripture. The Jews and the Christians who disbelieved in Islam were sent on exile. By who? By the Islamic Allah. Of course, Muslims know Islamic Allah never showed up anywhere. And so whatever is claimed by people as what the Islamic Allah did, the Muslims themselves did. So his point, you see what has happened here? The Muslim entourage here will do anything that they want to do to distract from people speaking about the Quran, about Muhammad.
He's Christian as well.
Yeah, if you please,
Yeah, what do you think
maintain
about
some
that?
distance. We are talking about your Muhammad.
Christian.
While we are talking about Muhammad, he is taking a phone
call.
call. Look at the disrespect.
You're outside, yeah? If you
Look
wanna
at the
come- yeah,
disrespect
park
here.
outside, yeah. It's parking outside. You want to go into it? then?
Are you confused?
No, no, talking to you.
Are you confused? Do you have? So, my dear friends, is there any other Muslim who would like to step in? So you say, if you please, now stay away. Clearly, of course, you haven't
you
been.
stay away?
Sure.
This is not your
Are you a
place.
Muslim, sir? Please help us understand. Please come here. Please. I am a Christian. As a Christian, I know Jesus is marvelous. I was providing a case for why Jesus is marvelous, before you came. And I'm trying to find out why Muslims think Muhammad is a good example. And the moment I start discussing, he already, is trying to find out how to excuse himself from another. So you are a Muslim. You take Muhammad to be a good example, as an example of your life. Tell me, what are the good things about Muhammad?
Everything.
Okay, so you think everything.
Special man.
So he's a special man.
Everything.
Everything about him is good. So start somewhere. Get to some specific points and tell me. Take one example of the everything he is good on and give me details. What one example you could bring to say Muhammad is a good example?
We talk about peace all the time.
So Muhammad,
Everything in the Quran
You were encouraging it.
talk about peace.
so Muhammad is a good example because he spoke about peace. Everything in the Quran is about peace.
Yeah.
So help me understand which non-Muslim with whom Muhammad had a disagreement was peacefully resolved according to the Quran. Muhammad had disagreements with plenty of non-Muslims. With whom did he peacefully resolve issues?
Sorry, my language is not good.
What language? You speak good English. You spoke good English so far.
I'm understand.
Say again. You speak good English. Good so far. Help me. You said peaceful. You said everything about the Quran is peace. So help us understand. Muhammad had disagreements with plenty of non-Muslims. Yeah, plenty. With custodians of Masjid al-Haram, he disagreed with. Yeah, you know this. With the Jews and the Christians, he disagreed with. You know this. With the Jews, the people of Scripture, he disagreed with. With general idolaters, he disagreed with. So I'm asking you, which of these disagreements did he peacefully resolve? Why do you call Muhammad peaceful?
I said everything.
Yeah, everything. So something, you can begin somewhere. Tell me why Muhammad, you call him peaceful. Okay, let's leave peace aside. You said he was good example in every way, special. So take some other example. What is something else which is good about Muhammad?
How can I say that? You have read Quran.
I have read the Quran. Oh, wow.
You
Wow.
read it.
No.
You read it.
Don't gaslight.
You read it.
Oh, of course I've read the Quran.
You know everything.
I know everything in the Quran. I know everything in the Quran. I can tell you Muhammad is the perfect example of evil.
Evil.
Absolutely evil. Everything in his nature evil. Terrible. This is the worst example possible. But good example for evil. So if you want to know what not to do in life, Muhammad is a good example to study. If you study Muhammad, don't do what he does. So
You
tell
have to read Quran. Good.
So please, that's why you are here to help me.
And tafsir
So
as well.
once.
Yeah.
That's where you are here to help.
Yeah.
So help me understand. So you tried with the claim that Muhammad was peaceful first. That didn't work. I can tell you, Muhammad disagreed with three categories of people. With all three, he employed violence to resolve his disagreement. You know what he did? Chop. That's how he finished. Why I couldn't care? All that I care is he's not peaceful. All that I care is he's peaceless. He's anything but peaceful. So now tell me, choose another example, another trait of Muhammad. Tell me, why is Muhammad good? Some other example, some other trait. Are you a Muslim, sir? You are a grown-up man. How old are you,
Next
sir?
time. Look,
How old
next
are you?
time.
I know. Next time.
Look.
But
Next
how old are
time,
you?
read it.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
47.
47. I'm 41. I have read and I'm giving points. If you want specifics, I can give you specifics. If you want to know what happened to the custodians of Masjid al-Haram, please read Surah Al-Anfal, Surah 8, Surah At-Tawbah, Surah 9, Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah 2. Please read these surahs and you will find out what happened to them. Terrible things happened to them.
Okay.
If you want to know what happened to the Jews and the Christians, please read Surah 5, Surah Al-Ma'idah. Please read Surah 59, Al-Hashr. Please read Surah 57, Al-Hadid, if I remember correctly the title. Those will give you information. And so please read Surah 9, Surah At-Tawbah. Those will give information about how Muhammad did terrible things to the Jews and the Christians. So I know the Quran. Between us, you're the only one who doesn't know. So you can't tell me read. I need to tell you read. So
Read
tell me.
and
No, no, don't tell me
explain.
read.
You have to someone
I can explain.
for you.
I can explain.
No, you can't.
All right.
You
Tell
just
me.
read and explain.
My dear, what's your name?
Husham.
Gusham.
Husham.
Husham.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Husham?
Iraq.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Husham, you're from Iraq.
Yeah.
I am from India.
India.
And I'm going to, thank you. And I'm going to tell you, Husham, Muhammad is terrible. You know how Iraq became Islamic?
Sorry?
Do you know how Iraq became Islamic? Do you know how Iraq became Arabic? So your mother tongue you would say is Arabic.
Yeah.
You would say the mother tongue of Iraq is Arabic.
Yeah.
Do you know when that happened?
I'm Arabic.
I know you are Arabic. Do you know when Iraqis, people in Iraq, began to have Arabic as their mother tongue? Do you know when that happened?
A long time before Islam.
When?
No, with Islam.
With Islam.
Yeah, with
Exactly.
Muhammad, yeah.
With Muhammad.
Yeah.
So how come forefathers of Iraqis had to lose their identity? Do you know what history? What happened? Can you imagine me coming to you and making you not be Arabic anymore? Can you imagine that happening?
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Let it come around.
Yeah, sure. There is no good trait about Muhammad. In comparison, come to Jesus. Jesus, come to Jesus. What do you find in Jesus? Marvelous things, spectacular things. You can go through any portion of the Bible, any portion. You will not find something which you will be ashamed of.